Oh, when I woke up tonight, I said I gotta make somebody love me. I'm gonna make somebody love me. And now I know, now I know, now I know, I know that it's you. You're lucky, lucky.
What? You mean it's still not Wednesday? Maybe I just wanted to keep you guys in Tristeza. Patient. No, really, I'm sorry guys. It was a rough day yesterday, rough day today. But that's neither here nor there. So let's get on with it, shall we? This week's topic is coming out. Coming out. Coming out. This week we're talking about coming out, talk a little bit about how we came out, and maybe give you guys some tips on how to come out to your friends, your family, your loved ones, and how to deal with the reactions and what reactions you might get. So I'm going to start off with a little brief synopsis of how I came out to those around me, and then after that I'll get to some tips and advice. And since we have so many other wonderful lesbians on this collab, there are going to be great tips on how to come out as a lesbian. And since I didn't really have to come out as a lesbian per se, I'm just going to stick to dealing with coming out as a transsexual. As a lot of transsexuals do. I had known I was different, that I felt different since I was a young girl, boy, person. Yeah. I always felt like I was a lesbian trapped in a boy's body, and I felt like I was the only one, that there was no one else out there that felt like me, that I was not supposed to feel this way, and so I kept those all bottled up inside me. It wasn't until Thanksgiving of 2007 that it was getting to the point where I couldn't hold it anymore. And my girlfriend at the time and I sat down Thanksgiving night, and I told her I had something I really needed to tell her. And it took me a while. It took me probably a good 30-45 minutes to actually open up to her. But I told her, you know, I had these feelings inside that I've always wanted to be a woman or a girl, and that it's just been bothering me the whole time. And, you know, she was really supportive. And so, you know, after that heart talk, she actually helped me learn about who I was and what about transsexuality. But that's a totally different video entirely. So as I started to realize who I was and what I wanted to do with my life, and that I wanted to come out as a woman, as a transsexual, I was thinking about the best ways to go about it. And I definitely, with my relationship with my parents, it's always been a good one. I felt like I needed to tell them first. And so, since they live 10 hours away, they live in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm down here in Dallas, Texas, I called them. I would rather do it in person. I think doing in person is a lot more personal and a lot better for both parties. So, but I called them and told them how I felt, how I've always felt, what it means to be a transsexual, and that it's, you know, it is something that happens around the world. And I just told them, you know, I would answer any questions they had, and I mean, they were really fine with it and really supported me. And once I got their kind of support and approval, I moved on to my closest friends. And before I wanted to make a big announcement about coming out, I wanted to talk to all my closest friends. And so what I did was I either meet up with them in person or call them if that wasn't possible, and talk to each of my closest friends one-on-one and tell them you know, what I was doing and what was going on in my life. Let them know I really valued their friendship, and that if they had any questions or anything, that they could come to me and ask me, and that I would be more than happy to, you know, answer any questions people have to make our friendship last and be as comfortable as possible. After I went through all my close friends, I posted some stuff on my blogs, on Facebook, any social website that I was on. I posted a big blog explaining the situation, how I felt, just mostly everything I told everybody else in person, just that if anyone has any questions or anything like that, to come talk to me. And that's how I dealt with it. But I was really fortunate that I had a lot of very open-minded, supportive family members and friends. And so it really helped the process go a lot easier. So now that I've done my brief synopsis about how I came out, I'd like to just go over some tips and pointers on how to come out and how to deal with reactions that you might come across. One, definitely see a therapist before you decide to come out to anyone. They usually help you talk out your feelings with yourself, and they'll help you figure out who you really are and make sure you are sure of who you really are. They'll make you more comfortable with yourself and more confident for as you move forward in the process. If you find a therapist that deals with this sort of situation fairly often, they'll probably have a lot of tips and pointers as well, especially tips and pointers that might be more pertinent to your location, to your area. So definitely listen to what they have to say. Step 2, especially with family members or other close friends, I really recommend doing it in person, not over the phone unless you guys are separated by a long distance, and definitely not over something informal such as email or text. I definitely think talking to them in person, being able to see their reactions and then being able to see your emotions reactions will help really get the message across and help the communication. Tip 3, just like I believe Andrew and some other people this week have said, definitely don't be drinking, don't be doing drugs, don't be doing anything that will cause you to lose control of yourself. You want to be in complete control of yourself and your emotions. This will help you get your point across and also help the person you're talking to realize how serious you are about this matter and how much it means to you. Step 4, don't talk too fast. Try to pace yourself and don't try to throw too much at them at once. Most people aren't very aware of transsexuality and all it has to do with. And so a lot of people are going to be hearing this for the first time, and so you want to be really open to any questions they might have and reassure them that if they have any questions, you're there to answer them. In addition to being in control of yourself, you want to make sure that you're in control of your surroundings. Make sure that you're meeting in a place that's both comfortable for you and for the person you're talking to. It shouldn't be in public, there shouldn't be distractions. There are exceptions, which I'll get to in a minute, but make it a place where you two can talk privately and personally and really focus on the matter at hand. There shouldn't be any awkward pressure on either side of the conversation. Now, the one exception to this rule is if you're dealing with someone that you think might take it negatively, or especially if you're dealing with someone that might tend to react in a very angry manner, possibly with violence, you might want to actually do this in, say, a coffee shop or somewhere that's fairly public where there's other people around but not necessarily intruding on your personal space and your conversation, just to keep yourself in a safe place. When coming out about transsexuality, there are various types of responses that you'll get and reactions. You'll have the people that are actually already aware of what transsexuality is and they're very acceptive of it, and they'll probably mostly be very happy to hear that you come out and very proud of you, and they won't have too many questions. And don't be afraid that they don't have too many questions or too much to say, because it's good to have these type of people in your life, and that's a great reaction. Another reaction that you'll probably get is people that don't really know what to think and are very surprised, and they might not have a lot to say. Let it get you down that they don't react so much at your initial coming out story. Reassure them that it's okay to take some time to think, and if they have any questions to let you know, and possibly they might come to you after they've thought about it a little more and will ask you questions. You have to remember this is sometimes a big piece of news for some people, especially the people closer to you that might not have seen it coming, and that they might need some time to let it sink in and to think about it, and that's not a bad thing. Now, you will run into some negative reactions here and there because there are people that have their beliefs and their opinions that might not really fully accept this. You'll have some people that might seem on the outside to be receptive and okay with the idea, and they might stop talking to you afterwards. And you will get people that will react negatively right off the bat. They'll either question you and your motives, or they'll just outright say that they don't accept it. And to those people, you just need to tell them that you might not accept what I'm doing or who I am, but I really ask that you respect my choices. And if they still refuse to see it your way, then you need to let them know you're sorry that they can't respect your decisions and who you are, and that there's nowhere to discuss. Have a good life. Well, that's about it, guys, for this week. I'm not gonna make this video too much longer, but if you have any questions or anything else that I didn't really touch on, Please let me know in the comments below or on my Facebook or on my forum string. I'll definitely get back to you guys. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.